Help me, fella. Look here.
Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Draw Eagle, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Broadcasting live from inside the power band, this is The Blah. In this episode, everybody dies. I'm your host, the Wolverine, along with my super companions, Jar Higo.
Greetings, Professor Falcon.
And Chad. Yo.
Yo.
Whoa, what's up?
But,
Greetings, Professor Hawking.
Would you like to play a nice game of chess?
Oh, boy.
you can do the whole show like that.
Yeah, you can. I didn't even think that he kind of pretty much, Joshua sounds like
I guess
Hawking.
they tried to get Hawkins in as the professor.
They totally did. Yeah.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Strangely enough, Joshua was voiced by Falcon.
Wee.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool. It totally sounds like a legit.
Using some sort
computer
of
voice.
synthesizer.
Yeah, Frampton was like, yo, you can borrow mine, dude.
Whoa. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, as per either going to be, as per Pyburn, that is now a death, or we're just going to freaking overload on that.
Oh,
just
yeah,
to
dude. We're going to
annoy
murder.
Pyburn and the rest of the fans.
We're going to fucking
Ooh,
murder
no.
Frampton.
Now we're inflaming Pyburn.
I kind of
Yes.
like the idea of a Frampton death. Because, like, if you want
I
to
like the
call it
idea of
out,
it,
if you
too.
want to bring Frampton into the mix, dude, you just got to be willing to, fall on your sword. Fall on your
That's
little
true.
synthesizer dick thing that you have to gargle.
I mean, I think it's a good one to fall on your sword for sure.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think it's better than just saying like the Matrix,
Yeah.
or
Yes.
something, and I just died, but
There you go. Wow. Hang on, let me get with it. Got a lot of deaths already.
to better if like we're not getting a good death quotient, and you can throw in a
Yes.
little Frampton joke, and
You're
I'm kind of down with that. I think that's all right. It's a good one. I'm not necessarily into the throw yourself on your sword deaths necessarily, but that's a better one than just
Mm-hmm.
saying Star Wars,
Yeah.
for instance.
It's another death.
Yeah. You got
That's
something
a-
there,
that-
man.
That's another death.
I'm also afraid that, like, I don't know, like Pyburn like cooks up all that food. Like, I'm afraid if we annoy him with like some sort of Frampton barrage, he's gonna like whip up some sort of death chili and kill us.
Totally. Put some
Have a
death
taste
chili
of
in
my
some
death
tacos.
chili.
Put it in some tacos and hide them around the
Dude.
streets of Valverde, and Umbo will come over and eat them.
Well, he won't be the only one. I'll be eating them shits too.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
Hey, what? Hey, what?
Well,
You missed it a minute ago when you logged off. It was like, make my computer from junk.
yeah.
Dude, I really, really enjoyed all the Ice-T stuff.
Yeah, I did too. It was a lot of fun.
We need to do another Ice-T movie.
God,
Yes.
we've already done like 2 or 3.
Tank Girl. Let's
Yeah,
do
we
Tank
should
Girl.
do Tank Girl sometime.
I'm kind of afraid to do Tank Girl because I'm afraid it's going to be like Johnny Mnemonic Part 2.
Yeah, I have a fond
Yeah,
memory
you know.
of Tank Girl. It's terrible.
Did you
but I
not
have
watch
fond
Tank Girl when
memories.
you were?
You know what? That one just kind of it missed for me.
Oh, you've never seen it?
So I can't say that really with any certainty, but
God.
You don't think you've ever seen it?
no, I know I haven't seen it.
We're fucking doomed then. You were definitely doing it.
Yeah,
You're going to hate
yeah.
the shit out of it.
Why?
Let's not do it.
Because it's such a, like...
Like I love how Ben
Let's just
just
not
went
do it.
360.
it's
but-
yeah, totally. It's such a, like, of its time thing that I think if you missed the boat on it, there's no coming back from it.
Yeah, no.
I have
Yeah,
such
I agree. I
nostalgic
get that.
fondness for it, but it is fucking dumb.
I don't know. I just watched the original Point Break with Tank Girl.
Totally different kettle of fish, bro.
I know, but I'm primed for some Lori
You ready
Petty.
for some Tank Girl? Well, why don't we watch A League of Their Own yet? Then we should just do
That would be a good movie to watch. I would
do a
totally
little
do that.
heartfelt Tom Hanks. We could get some bonbons.
I think a
Right.
Bond.
There's no winning in baseball.
I know. No, so crying in baseball.
No, it definitely says there's no winning in baseball.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Holy Jesus, dude. What do you like? Is this like your second month straight of COVID, man? God. Is it? Can we make COVID jokes now? Is it too early for that still, or what? It's Darth Australia. That's all part of the. That's part of the mystique of Darth Australia.
I'm dying. Oh, that was wrong, but
Luke, I am your father. Lo, 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 la, 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 lo, lo, lo.
that kind of turned into like.
Oh my God, dude. This week's song of the week.
Offspring.
That is an Offspring death.
You've coined it. Signed, sealed, delivered, stamped. Anytime Offspring is mentioned, it's a death.
I do like Self-Esteem, though.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when Pretty Fly for a White Guy came out, and I wanted to fucking kill anyone when it came on. That was just the most annoying song.
What, Self-Esteem?
Nah, Fly for a White Guy.
Oh, it was annoying back in the day, for sure.
I was down with a bit of Offspring when I was a tween. Only a bit, though.
I like it now. I didn't like it then. I was too cool for that.
I still don't like it.
Still hate it at 100%.
That's a spicy chili.
That's a spicy meatball.
Pyburn, if you're listening, please send us the antidote.
Yes, to the death chili. Have a taste of my death chili.
We will stop making Frampton jokes. Please just send us the antidote.
I think that the official EBD death chili street tacos should have a camel cash chiffonade on top.
Whoa.
You just roll them up, give them a little slice.
Chiffonade.
Roll them up, give it a little slicey dicey. It's like shredded camel cash on top as a garnish.
There you go. What is a chiffonade?
It's when you roll, like, it's like if you get a bunch of bay leaves, like basil or some shit, and you just kind of like roll it, and then you slice across the roll, and it makes like strips.
Little rolly strips.
Little rolly strippy strips. That's a technical term. It's a French technical term.
Is that?
It's French.
Is that?
It's from France.
No, I know where Ben's coming from with that one. French.
Like French
fries.
bread. French fries.
French dressing.
French dressing.
And
or
Peru.
What the fuck are you guys jibber jabbering about?
Don't give me no jibber jabber.
That's a death. That's a fucking death. That is a death.
That is a death. Yeah, and the best part is that the name of the death is the Better Off Dead death.
It is, indeed.
Oh, was that in Better Off Dead?
Yeah, the mom, dude. She was the best.
Oh, yeah, she was great. It sounded perilously close to like an inside joke from Nantucket about Cumbies dudes buying scratch tickets. So I was a little off in the wilderness there.
Yeah, no.
When she made dinner, mon Dieu.
It should be called the Dinnermondu death, but I named it the Better Off Dead death.
Yes, that's totally fine. I'm sorry I blew up your mom, Ricky.
Wait, and then is the is the Pyburn death chili? Is that a death too?
Well, if he sends us the antidote, it's not a death.
All right, fair enough.
It's a Pyburn Frampton death.
In my mind, he has a voice like Rip Torn, like in either Beastmaster or Dodgeball.
I'm totally down with that. I'm sure he would be honored to have a voiceover by Rip Torn.
Like as a supervillain, though, you know? Yeah. Have a taste of my death chili.
Yeah.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge my death chili.
Sure.
We're in fucking Nowheresville, and I'm enjoying it.
It's that, or you might sound a little like Jack Pallance. You know?
Wait, what's that?
He might sound a little like Jack Pallance.
You think that sounds a little like Jack Pallance?
No, I said he might sound a little like Jack Pallance.
You know what? Sure. You're probably right about that. I just watched part of Young Guns, and Jack Pallance is in it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's the best. With the breathing, like, it's his signature, man.
With so the breathing?
No, dude, when he would do Ripley's Believe It or Not, he was always like,
yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yes.
And it added so much drama to it. And he was so interesting and weird.
Yeah, the dramatic intake, I like to call that.
Yes, there you go. Dramatic intake. Mm-hmm. Like equally good as Robert Stack, but different.
Believe it or not.
You know who used to do that? Remember the I can't remember his name, so that's probably a death. But the psychic.
Yep.
That was on the Sci-Fi Network or whatever. That would be like
Miss Cleo.
No, not Miss Cleo.
Call me now for your free reading.
No, it was John Edwards.
Any excuse.
Oh, wow.
It was John Edwards, and he'd walk up to somebody and he'd be like, "I'm coming to you. I'm getting a sense of that maybe you had an uncle was like Ted or Fred or but." He'd always do this like he was like smelling
yes. I love it.
Smelling something really intensely. Yeah.
Seeing if you had any brute cologne on.
He's smelling the psychic waves. Yeah.
Speaking of Ellen Ryan, we had a joke about it, and it was he wasn't John Edwards, he was John Ed Farts, and he was smelling farts in the room, and that's what brought him to people. Mm-hmm. He'd be like, "I'm coming to you, sensing that you had a maybe a burrito for dinner." Yeah, exactly. And he wasn't like a psychic that could tell you about your dead relatives, but he could tell you what you ate.
But he was a nutritionist.
Yeah.
I like it.
Something to that effect, anyways. So Wargames,
Chad,
everybody.
Are you going to make it? Or do we really need to get Pyburn to send that antidote?
I don't know what's going on.
Is it really just drink down the wrong hole, or is it
not anymore?
Johnny pneumonia.
That's what I thought. Don't go. You hear me? If you want him to believe that it's over.
Oh, that's right. What is she, like Cape Verdean or Jamaican or something?
So Trinidad. I believe.
Trinidadian and Tobago?
Yeah.
Last 4 nights, your feelings have been hurt, so you've been up all night. You haven't been, and this is around the relationship. Talk about it. Okay? Don't make me take you to church, young man. The ex is much better than the present one, you know. Did you think that you were pregnant a couple of months back?
All right, Kev, that's enough of that, man.
All right, Kev, that's enough of Miss Cleo. Ooh, there's a little mini doc about her on YouTube. I can't wait to watch that.
During the show.
During the episode.
Over the next hour and a half.
Oh, my God. I just listened to one of our older episodes, and you, Chad, you were absolutely just flogging me for watching crap during the episode. It was so funny.
Yeah. It is sort of a thing.
It kind of is.
Like, Kev. And you're like, what? Sorry, I had my earbuds in. What?
It's kind of your trademark, bud.
This week on the EBD podcast, Kev takes ejection to a new level.
Right? I still can't get over how funny it is that you can't focus enough on the thing that you're participating in, that you have to go and watch other shit. It's so funny.
Come on, dude. Now it's like a thing.
It's a thing. It's kind of a thing.
It's a thing that you like have made a thing so that you can give yourself the excuse that it's okay to do, but it's totally not okay to do.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of part of the lore, though. Mm-hmm. That's how I kind of see it now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So,
right.
No, not
not really.
I'm not going to step in this pile of shit.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to do.
Okay.
You eat shit for breakfast?
Dude,
you guys can
Lynda
do it
Cardellini played Velma in the Scooby-Doo live-action movie.
I like how you were just like, it's totally a thing while you're ejecting. Like, you're actually...
Lynda Carter played Velma in the new Scooby-Doo movie? What?
Lynda Cardellini.
James Gandolfini plays Velma in the new Scooby-Doo.
James Gandolfini plays Velma in the new Scooby-Doo movie?
I heard the Japanese have been shot.
Exactly. Good times, man. Good times. All right.
What are we talking about this week?
Well, we were kind of on the right track talking about, you're like, hey, hint, what are we talking about this week? Welcome to the show, folks. This week we're talking about the 1980-something classic Wargames, or as we renamed it this week, Whopper.
3.
And all you Patreon folks out there, be on the lookout and stay sharp and stay tuned for Jarhiga's special edition Whopper playset, complete with culturally inappropriate General Behringer Accessories. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So get excited about that. Yes, we're doing War Games starring Matthew Broderick, William H. Macy, Ali Sheedy, and a whole host of wonderful
William H. Macy
actors. Yes. I was going to save it as a nugget, but I thought I'd just throw it out there straight away.
Where is William H. Macy?
Exactly. Where is William H. Macy? He's like airman number 2 in this movie. But as I was watching...
You mean the shoveler?
Didn't actually... What's that? Yeah, the shoveler. As I was watching the movie, I kept tapping the screen to get like the X-ray, dial in on the left-hand side. And I at one point, like they're always showing like the cast, and it was like this guy, and it said William H. Macy. I was like, what? Must have been one of his first movies, dude.
That's weird.
Right? I mean, this movie had John Spencer. It also had Michael Madsen.
Yeah, dude.
Definitely
Mr. Blonde.
one
that
of
was
his
amazing.
Early roles, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that I never put
Same.
that together before. I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah. I was like, is that fucking Madsen?
Yeah,
Holy
it was.
Shit. Yeah.
He was like super smooth skinned.
He was like fucking 19 or something.
Babyface. Yeah.
Totally. Who else do we have? Who else is in this? We got Dabney.
Dabney
Fucking
Coleman,
Dabney
dude.
got,
Coleman, man.
Dude, we got Carly Chaikin's dad, Maury Chaikin. We got the nerdy guy from Riptide. He was in this, and that.
In this.
Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo was in it.
She was in it. She played
She was
Whopper,
there.
right?
She did.
Yes, she was uncredited as Whopper.
Uncredited as Whopper.
Ali fucking Sheedy.
Yeah, there you go. And that dad was great. He was in like a bunch of Chappelle episodes. He was really funny.
Which dad?
Yes.
Matthew Broderick's dad. Lightman.
Bilbo.
Mr. Lightman.
Bill Bogert. Yeah.
Bilbo
Yeah.
Bogpelt? Bill Bogpelt?
Yep.
Dildo
Bilbo
Bogpelts.
Bogpelt. No, it's Dildo
Yes, as
Bogpelt's
Mr.
brother,
Lightman.
Bilbo Bogbelt.
I'm going to die today.
Yeah, we are off to a rousing start. So, at any rate, let's jump into some high level. I am just going to go ahead and go first.
Ooh, wait.
Whoa, stop, Kev.
We've
Whoa,
also
what's going
got, let's not forget the principal from Back to the Future.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, James Tolkien.
James Tolkien.
Not Tolkien. Tolkien.
Yes. No, not the author of
The Lord of the Rings.
The worst,
The Lord of the
worst
Rings
series
brother.
of books ever. What is now the most hated piece of literature ever.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
Yeah, right? Yeah, James Tolkien is in this, also memorable as the commander, general, whatever, admiral in Top Gun.
Ooh.
Yes, indeedy, yes.
Indeedy, right? So we got that going on, which is great. Who else was in this that was
Wee.
famous later? Definitely not John Wood.
John Woo was in this.
John Woo, who was in this.
Yeah. He was responsible for that gun fu scene. About halfway
Well,
through.
he did all the stunt work for Matthew Broderick too, which was really
when they
great
crashed
of
that
him.
Jeep. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So high level, my high level is I love this movie. It's so good. This is a movie that's like it's like I guess like the triple threat of movies. Like it's a classic. It did well at the time that it came out, so it's not like a cult classic that's gained status later. It's a really cool movie. It's like one of the first movies of its type about like, sort of computer hacking, and all the actors in it are excellent. It's populated, like a lot of the side characters, like we commented on this in Multiplicity, are populated by a lot of really great actors that went on to be actually really great, like William H. Macy and some other actors in it. And it's just like excellent. Broderick, Barry Corbin, Dabney Coleman. It's just such a great story. It moves along at a great clip. The freaking music is awesome and totally 80s and totally like computerized and 8-bit and like just freaking great, man. Love the story. I feel like the bridge between like the discovery of Lightman hacking in and then us like going to World War III is like a little bit quick. And that would probably be my only minor gripe in the entire thing. But like, this is such a great movie. I so enjoyed watching it. I so enjoyed getting into it a second time. No complaints other than that one little one.
Oh, so you did two watchings for this?
Did a double.
Like 2.5
or a
two
2.5 word. So like a solid watch and then like a recap highlights kind of watch.
Yeah, I didn't really have time to finish it.
Yeah,
but
word.
I got to like Falcons Island second time.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, loved it. Next person, talk.
I was a bit young for this one, but I definitely saw it probably half a dozen times throughout the years. I always had a fondness for it. It held up well.
There you go. Nice.
Shout out to Ready Player One. It's a prominent movie from that, and I dug watching it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Galaga, by the way.
Oh yeah, totally.
And centipedes.
And human centipedes.
And centipede. Ugh. And Mansquito. Benny, go ahead.
We should totally do Mansquito.
Dude, I definitely want to do a shitty movie like that. Let's please do Mansquito.
Yeah. As much as I hate that era of like sci-fi where they just, Sharknado and WWE and like Ghost Hunters or whatever. Yeah.
You got to, man. Like Dinocroc and like I saw this ridiculous movie on like it was no surprise for free on Vudu, and it was called Velocipastor. It was
Where do you find the fucking time, bro?
Velocipastor. Okay.
Just randomly came across it as I was searching through the free section on Vudu, and it was like I was like Velocipastor. Wow. Okay.
Let's kick that shit. Let's kick that can. You know what we should do? We shouldn't actually do an episode for one of those movies. We should just do an episode discovering the shitty titles to those shitty movies.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's an idea right there.
Let's assemble like a list and just go over it and maybe decide on what we think is the best cream of the crop or something. But
Velocipastor is pretty fucking legit.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to cap that. Although Mansquito is just
pretty lame. That and Dinocroc.
He's a reptile and a reptile.
He's a reptile mixed with a reptile. Oh, I love that.
Delicious. So are you done, Chad?
Yeah, dog.
Okay.
Go, kick us off, Benny. What's up?
Yeah, I distinctly remember seeing this in the theater.
Ooh.
And this movie was kind of cathartic for me when I was a kid because I was really like secretly by myself genuinely worried about the Cold War. Like,
oh, dude,
the existence of nuclear weapons and all of that was just like, I was, I think I was like 9 when this movie came out. So, probably like from the age, 7 and on. But I was petrified that we were going to destroy ourselves with nuclear weapons. And so this movie was kind of cathartic because it sort of put some things into perspective. It let me know that I wasn't alone and, other people were thinking about this stuff. And also, I had a Commodore VIC-20 and I knew there was like a voice modulator for it. And I knew there was a thing that you could plug it into and potentially get onto the internet, as it were, although I did not have those things. So my awareness of this stuff like really piqued my interest and made me want to do it, although it never actually, whatever, I was 9. My parents weren't going to get that shit for me.
Right. You were too busy playing Zork too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of think, this was like the first Ferris Bueller movie too, a little bit, like it sort of got that vibe,
Prelude.
Yeah. I remember going to see it and I loved it. I thought it was, I was super tense through the whole thing, but like by the end of it, I was like, okay, maybe we can get through this shit. I don't know. It just for whatever reason, it like alleviated my anxiety a little bit about all that shit. And
that's good, man.
Yeah.
That sure is positive.
Sure. That sure is.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Chad.
I like it a lot. What?
All that the lot.
Did you already do your
Yeah, dog. We made that shit from junk.
Did you already do your Wow, you really, really like that.
Yeah, dog. I did my high level, dog.
You sure you don't have an 11Cs in you or
Yeah, I did my high level. Dog.
Okay. Where do you guys want to start?
I got super hung up on the Ready Player One-ness of this.
How so?
I think for me it was like I haven't seen this movie in a long time, and so I've read Ready Player One a couple of times since the last time I saw this, so I was remembering it through the book as opposed to actually the movie itself.
Wow.
So you had your VR haptic suit,
yeah, exactly,
gloves, and your
my haptic suit,
your visor, and your get around setup.
Yeah, and, I was doing drinking that fucking Soylent green stuff. Everyone has for meal replacements, and yeah, I'm a total gunter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like the first 10 minutes of the movie was a surprise to me, just because I remember the bit in the book where it starts with Broderick playing Galaga, and then I realized that it was like the game in Ready Player One was you play the role of Broderick's character and have to do all the lines, and so it was really kind of weird to be confused about a movie through the lens of a book.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe just in the sense that, like, changed my memory of the movie, and that was kind of weird.
Please do expound.
I'm just in the sense that, like, I just find it funny how fucked up memories are. You know, like you're like, no, totally, man. The movie is this, and then you're like, oh no, it's not. It's just some weird shit I had in my head.
Gotcha. Okay, it's been a while since I've read Ready Player One, so
I have never read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't, dude. I have like no time to read.
But you have time to watch Velocipastor?
Crap. I have time. I didn't watch Velocipastor.
I didn't watch Velocipastor. It's on my wish list.
I saw that Velocipastor existed.
You watched it. You have a Velocipastor t-shirt.
No. I don't think
you have
I
a short
trailer, but I don't
down
remember
Velocipastor dress shirt.
No, it's a short sleeve button down with a priest collar because he's a pastor.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Totally.
Definitely. You have a Velocipastor tie.
Ooh. Yeah.
Wait a second. Hold on. Wow. There is like a major something going on nearby. I think on 84. There's just been like sirens going off for the last 30 minutes straight.
Steven Seagal, chubby for free, fighting a Haitian gangster. That's what I want.
Tubby for free.
Yeah, but he's chubby for free.
Okay, chubby for free.
I'd watch that fight.
You're onto something, man. I don't know. Like, as soon as you mentioned voodoo, I started thinking about the Jamaican voodoo gangs in Mark for Death.
Mm-hmm. And the ones in
Predator, right? King Willie. We going to roll the bones. This is my friend, Miss Cleo. Hey, y'all, how you doing?
Jesus Christ.
You got to forget about him and go with the other one.
Dude, Miss Cleo's the shit.
Yeah, she's the shit.
We should see if Miss Cleo's still around.
For no reason, John Edfarts comes in and he's like, I'm coming to you. I'm getting pizza.
He just like appears on the side, like instantaneously.
Yeah.
I'm coming to you.
Yeah. He floats through the air when he smells farts, like cartoon characters float through the air when they smell a pie.
Oh my god, man, that is the best. There's also a Chappelle does a spoof of Miss Cleo. And as I was scrolling up from the Miss Cleo clip I played earlier, I saw it. And I hope you're proud. I just used a ton of willpower to not
I was just going to say, like, everything in you wanted to click that link.
You're so right. And
I could sense that you were like 70% there listening and thinking about it.
I just picture you like scrolling up and down a little bit, just things just bouncing around on your screen, and you're just like, oh, no.
There's like an unnecessary oh yeah,
definitely. Totally cool. Agree with whatever that was you just said. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well said.
Why did he say that? Oh, he's totally trying to watch something right now.
Yep. Definitely feel that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right then.
Yeah. So, hey, do you guys
want to
talk about war games? How about that?
Well, piss on a spark plug if I thought it'd help.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude,
let's talk about
amazing.
Barry Corbin for a second, man, because Barry Corbin's great.
We're doing provoking. They're full of shit. We know they're down there. I'm gonna blow their ass out of the water.
I could have swore I've seen him in a million things, but I don't think I scrolled through his shit and I couldn't see it. I picked through his shit.
Can you little phrasing there, bro?
Sorry, yeah. I just picture like a Steve Irwin just being like, "Yep, it's close by. Barry Corbin's here."
Okay.
All right. Yeah. It's interesting. Barry Corbin has been in just a host of things.
Like what though?
Oh well.
Let me read it to you.
I know.
Let me pull up IMDb here and read it out loud.
I'm not pulling Wikipedia up right now at all.
Let me close down this Dave Chappelle clip, and we'll just get right on that.
Yes, Barry Corbin. Let me search my memory if I remember correctly.
Well, let's see.
Ghost Dad?
General Behringer.
Who's Harry Crumb?
Barry Corbin is still alive. Well, let's see. He was on Northern Exposure. I'll just go ahead and take my ejection death. I forgot he was on Northern Exposure, which was, I don't know, you either loved it or hated it.
He was in the A-Team.
No Country for Old Men, of course, A-Team. He was in, did I mention No Country for Old Men?
That's the one I probably know him from, I guess, besides this.
Yeah, he was also on Dallas for a number of years. He did Lonesome Dove.
Oh, I love Dallas.
Oh, Dallas.
Ben, well, you saw him. You've seen Monte Walsh, and he was in Monte Walsh.
He was indeed, yeah.
And apparently he's in Yellowstone, which is that's
supposed to be really good
Costner show that's supposed to be super great.
So awesome.
Yeah, and then various different films and things. And nice. Can you give us a little My Science Project? Nothing in Common. Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, the Defiant Ones. TV movie.
Ghost Dad.
You know what I know him from? Ben 10, Alien Swarm.
Oh yeah, definitely remember that episode.
For real?
Max Tennyson.
No, not for real.
There you go.
2009. So good.
Dude, for real? Should I watch that right now?
Friel.
Dude, this dude's been in freaking everything, man. Anyway, Barry Corbin's awesome. He's a legend.
He's in Wild Wild West with Kevin Spacey and Will Smith.
Biggity bam.
Oh, that's a terrible movie.
So Barry Corbin, awesome dude. He's 81. He's from Texas. He's been in a shitload of movies. Awesome guy.
Yeah.
Perfect person to play General Behringer. I'm a little confused though. I'm not really up on my military parlance, but NORAD is the Air Defense Command Center, and therefore is run by the Air Force. Everybody's wearing blue Air Force uniforms, but I didn't think they had
fucking
generals.
airmen everywhere. You know,
but they didn't have generals in the Air Force, do they?
Dunno, bro. I think so. I think it's the Navy that has different rank.
No, they have brigadiers.
They do?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm looking up the answer.
I'm not sure. I think maybe they do just have generals.
Okay,
that's my guess.
All right, cool. Anyway, we
or
saw
maybe they're admirals. I don't know.
I thought it would be admirals, but I guess I'm wrong.
It depends on whether you think admiral is like a traveling vessel thing or whether it's a sea thing. And I'm not sure which.
I do not know.
What about Space Force?
What about it?
They have. They definitely have brigadiers.
They do.
I don't know.
Yeah, they got generals.
Okay.
They got generals. Dog.
Okay.
I'll take an ejection death for confirming the obvious of they have generals.
That was.
I love how you get
so worth
shit
it
for that.
Yeah,
so worth it.
Just the audio, the pure perfection that was the 1.5 minutes of show.
Precision.
Yeah, it was just so good. It was good stuff.
Precision.
Well worth it. It's going to go viral, that clip.
Precision. Though, yes, for its sheer asinine stupidity. Were either of you guys sensing a sort of foghorn, leghorn like?
Oh yeah,
yes.
Performance out of
Corbin.
Barry Corbin.
They said that he ad-libbed almost all of his role, which, if so, I love that dude.
Really?
He's good.
It was great. It's actually my favorite performance in the movie.
He's got a very like R. Lee Ermey kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Good call there. Good call.
Yeah. And he does have my favorite line, which is, God damn it, I'd piss on a spark plug if I thought it'd help.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking good.
That was definitely my favorite line as a kid, but like this viewing, the line that I just absolutely jumped out at me was when the dude, like his like toady aide runs up to him like towards the end and he's like, "Sir, the Russians have are denying that any involvement." And he's like reaching into his chaw pouch. He's like, it's a load of shit. We know they're down there. Let's blow the shit out of them.
All right, man.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, is that technical? General? It's so good.
Yeah. He's great. He's fucking hilarious in this. And
he really is.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing about... Go ahead.
You put him up against Dabney Coleman, too. It was pretty good pair up.
Well, I was going to say, like, it's not all just comedy. Like, that's the thing about, Barry Corbin is that, like, he's funny, and he's funny in a lot of roles that he does because of his, his that kind of whole Texas thing that he has going on, But like, he's also like a super capable man. You know what I mean? So like, when he's squaring off with McKittrick and like, the two guys that come in from whatever the White House or the DOJ or whatever it is, like he's, it's like intense, man. Like he can really bring it. It's awesome. I think that's what,
Yeah, definitely.
He's the killer combo of like an actor like that. Sorry, Ben. What?
No, I was going to say you feel it pretty hardcore when when they go through the first run and then like all of a sudden like Joshua like locks everything out and starts taking back over again, like like after like all the airmen call in and they're like, no shit, sir, there's nothing happening, like I can't believe it, like that. And we're still here, like and everybody's like celebrating, and then the shit really locks down, and he's like, he walks in and he's like, shit, we might have to do this for real, and and he brings it, so he's got these great sort of comic relief moments, but he's also, you believe he's there doing his job, and he's not just like some, cartoon character sort of,
At like an actual foghorn leghorn. Like, yeah, he's totally focused, dude.
Yeah,
sure.
The tension on that, the airman, having to call in was really funny. It was like a super long pregnant pause.
Yeah.
what's an interesting little tidbit about that part is that the actor who actually played the airman on the other end of the line there, that was Bill Paxton.
Oh, okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because actually
nice snipe, buddy.
One of the producers of this film saw his performance in
Travel Through Time,
Commando.
Yeah,
in Commando, and then loved him in the future in Trespass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's why he got
the part. Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody was like,
"Hey, everybody, it's the Russians."
Bill, we want you to read for this part. It's a smaller part, but we really think you'd be fantastic for us. Can you do one more and say, "Hey, everybody, it's the Russians"?
Sure thing.
Okay, that was great. Let's go back to the cops. Can you do us one that's, "Hey, everybody, that's the cops"?
We got a part that'd be perfect for you, man. You play the part of Airman Fields. You're calling in from Iowa.
You're gonna say, "Oh my God,
everybody, it's the cops!"
Oh my God. The line is, "Oh my God, Crystal Palace, we're still here." Go. Sorry to snipe that, dude.
No, so good, man.
It's all good, bro.
It's a worthy snipe.
Airman, word up to Airman Paxton.
Yeah,
Airman Paxton. There you go. Yeah. We love you, Bill. Anyway, so yeah, Barry Corbin, definitely a force to be reckoned with. I've certainly seen him in a ton of stuff, and like everything I see him in, I don't know. He's really good at kind of like doing like his kind of Texas thing, and like his voice is really funny and all that, you know. But at the same time, he's like laying it out. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting mix, like the way he is as an actor, you know. So I really enjoy seeing him in pretty much everything that he does, and he's like, you know, definitely a kind of a show stealer in this one.
Yeah. Foghorn Leghorn aside, and you know, and I mean that in the most endearing way.
Yeah.
He's
Same.
great.
Totally, man.
I think next to the kids, Broderick and Sheedy, like he's the strongest. You know, it's like I love Dabney Coleman. It wasn't like the best Dabney Coleman role. Maybe like I don't know. I'm just picturing him as like the asshole in 9 to 5, and like some of the other roles that he's played. Not. Like he didn't really get to showcase his assholosity in this one, which he was maybe overshadowed a little bit by Corbin, which is okay. But I definitely think you guys are bang on with Corbin being one of the key peeps here. He's just such a military prick. I love him.
He is. That on top of everything we said, he plays a great military prick. Totally.
Just that, like, the scene when they're at the boardroom table in the beginning and his guy's fucked, you know, like, Mr. Blonde's going to shoot the other dude who was in a bunch of movies as well. That actor I definitely recognize as well in the opening scene.
Yeah, John Spencer.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff. You know, those guys go tits up, and Corbin's sitting there at the boardroom table, and the other guy's like, let's use a computer. He's like, we got to use the all-American grade A airman meat, boy. Computers in here.
Totally.
It's like, all right, dude.
Totally. And then you know, like the payoff for that is like when the shit's like hitting the fan, like he goes to McKittrick and he's like, Mr. McKittrick, I think your new system frankly sucks, or you know, whatever.
You don't have to put up with this shit.
And Danny Coleman's like,
fuck
oh, yeah,
you.
well, fuck you. You know?
Your face is dumb. Dummy face. Okay.
You're a jerk.
Yeah. Fucking end of the world, man. You're going to lay that guilt trip on me, man. You're a dummy head face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, levity definitely provided by Barry Corbin. Really good stuff.
I like how the whole plot hinged on some weird fucking dressed up security guard like sexually harassing a poor secretary. Like the whole
Jesus, man.
Like, bro, chill out, man.
Yeah, like at one point, like you like literally hear me like, do you want me to leave? And she's like, yes.
Yeah, I do. Yep.
Yeah, I do. You really, you know, it's great is you really got to pay attention to what happens between those two, because like it's just kind of filler for what Matthew Broderick's doing when he's breaking out of the infirmary, but like it's a really great exchange, man. I want to yeah, go ahead.
No. Continue. It's fine.
I was just gonna say I'd love it. I want to take like all those bits and just mash them together like the audio clips and like post it up somewhere, dude. Because it's really funny. Because he's like, then he goes like, I don't know. He slips and he like looks down her shirt or something like that, and he's like really close to her, and he's like, oh, you have the most beautiful eyes, and she's like, that's original.
Right.
Yeah.
Creeptastic.
He's like, so if I enter this in here, it'll just it'll tell me anything I want. Like, what if I want to learn how to do the perfect backhand? She's like, oh, stop.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's like at first she's kind of like, you know,
she's all right.
Yeah, like whatever.
Right.
She's like fine with it, and then he totally wears his welcome out. And,
lays it on too strong.
Yeah, exactly.
Indeed.
Super 80s dad.
Indeed.
It was a very 80s
Oh, it's fantastic.
scene.
Yeah, I mean it's only not creepy because essentially she's just like not having it at certain points. It's just like, please fucking leave, like get away from me.
And because it's the 80s when it was culturally acceptable.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a role that makes mustaches look bad.
Oh,
weep.
yeah.
It makes mustaches weep, Ben.
Yes.
No, it's nothing worse than a weepy mustache.
Ooh, the weeping mustache.
And we're not going to get a better segue into steak and mustaches, everybody. All right.
Welcome to the Weeping Mustache Saloon and Bar.
Yeah, lay it out. Who had the stashes in this?
Well, I mean, if we can just do a quick bang on steak and mustaches, bro.
Boy.
We get
grab yourself a sarsaparilla and sit down.
I'm like talking, and all I can hear is Ben going. So we got the airman. He's got a pretty terrible mustache. Dabney Coleman has a pretty excellent mustache. So there's definitely some repping here. Okay.
Look, I'm making it official. Dabney Coleman is in the Mustache Hall of Fame.
No doubt. Dude.
Whoa.
No
Why?
doubt.
Because he's appeared with a stash in more movies than he hasn't?
I second your motion. And
he's an oft-mustachioed actor who has been in a lot of movies with a mustache and a strong mustache.
Yep.
And he absolutely deserves it, man.
All right, I'll get down with that, dude. Was he not in Cloak and Dagger? Haven't we talked about?
He was in Cloak and Dagger.
Dude, he was indeed Jack Flack and the father of the child actor.
That's right, because the kid was kind of fantasizing that it was his dad or whatever. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
Excellent.
One of the few roles where he's a good guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, dude. I feel like you're off on that perspective. You guys keep saying that.
He was just kind of typecast as the prick, though, most of the time.
I don't know. Did you ever see Short Time?
I saw Short Round.
That was actually that was a really funny movie that he did where he thinks he's going to die. No. He's a cop and he thinks he's going to die. So he's all about trying to kill himself so his son can get the settlement money. Mm-hmm. And it's like, just kind of, it is totally 80s and it's just like, zany comedy ensues. It's great.
Zany.
We should do that one.
Zany. Yeah, we should do that, man.
I'm down for some dabs.
That'd be great.
I'm down.
And we should definitely do Cloak and Dagger, man. I love that movie.
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger is
awesome. That's it's one of my favorite.
It's already on the list.
It's sort of kid-geared movies, like from back in the day.
Yep.
Damn it, dude. Okay, so dig this real quick on Dabney Coleman. Gladly take an ejection. The picture on Wikipedia, he still has his stash. His hair is like jet white. The stash is still black. He's 90. This dude was born in 1932, man. Wow.
Dude, nice work.
Yeah. Seriously, man.
And he's still working. Well, he was up until 2019.
For real? Nice. Oh, that's right. He was a Commodore in Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was Walter Jennings and McMillan and wife.
What?
I'm just randomly picking shit out of IMDb.
Oh, right. Just to be an ass. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm looking at a picture from him in 9 to 5, and he brings like a charm and humor to being a shit heel too.
Totally.
So,
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I totally forgot that he was the porn king guy in Dragnet with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? Because
we should do that one too.
We should. That's a storied 80s movie that I've seen so many times.
You mean the Virgin Connie Swale?
Yeah, exactly, man. And you remember in that movie, he had that he had that great accent, Yes. It was kind of like a lisp, but it was kind of not. It was really, really interesting, man. And he was, I guess you're right, though. He was kind of evil and even in Dragnet.
A lot of stuff.
The bad guy.
Yeah. I have no interest in the actual movie, but I love that he was cast as Chief Quimby in the Inspector Gadget movie with Matthew Broderick. Because he's like the perfect Chief Quimby, dude. Like me and Ethan have been watching old Inspector Gadget on YouTube, and he's perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I got to get down with that because I loved that show.
Dude, that song is like, I'm going to put that song on my fucking phone. It's so good, dude. I love it.
You know what else was a great show that was not really similar to that, but I don't know why it's making me think of it as Get Smart.
Yeah, man.
Get Smart.
I humbly request that the Inspector Gadget theme song leads us out today.
Okay, I mean, we've already had a few musical appearances, but yeah, I'll
we'll every fucking week now. I think it's like a new thing. We're just gonna see how many copyright strikes we can get.
No, it's not. It's not a new thing. It's just the current thing. You know, like
what are they going to take away from us? It's not like we have advertisers or anything,
dude. It's not. They've demonetized every at YouTube's demonetized every video we've ever done, dude, for some reason or another. So who gives a shit?
Done, dude. Yeah, right. I actually think it would be funny if we did the Inspector Gadget theme and we got sued by them or something. It'd be funny.
Oh man, there you go.
Dabney Coleman, Chief Quimby. Any other stashes?
Oh, interesting.
Creeper, Dabney, and I think that might be about it.
Hold on. Corbin just a quick little side wrap up here on Dabney
stash.
Was that we just mentioned Yellowstone. He was in Yellowstone.
There you go.
So yeah, he's still rocking and rolling, dude. Season 2, episode 2.
Wow. See, now I want to watch.
Bam.
Now I finally want to watch Yellowstone.
I know. I got to finish watching other things first.
It's not for fucking Costner. It's for fucking Coleman, man. That's where I'm
totally, bro. Totally,
dude. So that was it. Just those two dudes. No other stashes.
I don't recall any other stashes in this movie.
Yeah,
but I mean, they're both prevalent stashes in the movie and deserved at least a little corner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There was a guy that played one of the military guys. He was in a whole ton of stuff in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot remember his name, but he always rocked a stash, and he was rocking a stash in this too. He was the guy that was like, "I hope you like vodka, Lieutenant."
Oh yeah.
And the guy was like, "I just hope they don't make me eat them damn fish eggs." That's terrible.
Pretty good.
No, that was perfect. Yeah,
perfectly terrible. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I got for stashes.
Yeah, that's it. It's really just a brief induction to the Mustache Hall of Fame for Dabney Coleman because he totally deserves it. Yeah,
I definitely have a vote there. A worthy steak and mustaches.
You know what's kind of interesting about this movie is that like the whole idea, like we kind of talked about it, touched on it a little while ago about like nuclear war, like growing up with that, was kind of. It was definitely scary because I remember that too. But at the same time, and I remember when I was younger watching this movie and like seeing the end, and it was just like you thought it was really happening. You know what I mean? And it was definitely anxiety inducing. But really, like when I was watching it this time, like I really enjoyed like the beginning up to Falcon Island the best. Like that's my favorite sort of chunk of the movie. Like once they get to Falcon Island and then they have that ridiculous debate and like, Falcon's just like, everybody's going to die. I hate everything. He's like, so, negative Nelly. And then he's like, all right, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
And then after that, the wrap up, kind of the story is, it's good, but I definitely like the first kind of 2/3 the best.
Yeah.
I like watching him like do his hacking and like, he doesn't just like hack on computers. Like he knows like how to like hack into all these electronics, man, like the door and like the trick with the phone and like, yeah, man, like all that stuff was like super cool. And I remember seeing it when I was a kid. I was like, dude, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, like even getting in trouble and getting sent to the principal's office on purpose, essentially to like pull out that little thing and like look at
check out
the new password,
Yeah, totally.
So he's like a spy, man.
He's kind of like the original geek, dude. David Lightman,
no doubt.
Yeah. He's a hacker, computer nerd, and sort of espionage expert, really.
No doubt.
Hence, when he was a few years later, he was the sausage king of Chicago, Abe Froman. He was able to conjure that shit up because of his espionage skills.
That's it. That's where it came from.
And call Benny.
Exactly.
Yeah, they relocated him.
Mm-hmm.
The government couldn't admit that.
You're Abe Froman.
That's it. Government couldn't admit that he saved the world.
Oh my god!
Yes, I am,
dude. What happens when we start threading too many things together? Does like the EVD
we make
multiverse explode?
Dude.
We make a podcast. There you go.
Lightman is Bueller.
You gotta definitely see some Bueller.
Yeah. Lightman is Bueller in Ferris Bueller 2. Wargames 3.
Dude, I've been watching a little bit of the Theranos thing on Disney. The like whatever
what?
It's just like the the Theranos medical company that went tits up.
Yeah.
And
Em and I have been watching or something.
Nah, it's like a drama. And Em and I have been watching it, and in the second or third episode, dude, Cam from Ferris Bueller's got a part. It was so awesome and delightful to see. Bueller's sidekick.
Oh, dude.
I love Cameron so much.
He's so great.
He is great. He's great in a lot of the stuff he did, dude. He played Henry French in Young Guns 2. He was in West Wing, I think it was, or...
Yeah, he's been in a bunch
one of those
shit,
Michael J. Fox. Yeah, he has, man. He's done a lot of stuff. Like some of it maybe, I don't know, quote under the radar, but like I don't know. I thought he disappeared after Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Then I realized that he was just popping up in like all kinds of places I wasn't looking. You know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's so fucking amazing in Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, he was so excellent in that, man. I don't know. He's pretty good in Young Guns too.
Excellent. However, he's not in this movie.
But, no, he's not.
I wish he was, you know.
Yeah, me too.
It really would have sealed the deal.
It was interesting to see Broderick in his debut. He definitely has his charms. He's a very charming actor. It shows through. He's such a cool kid.
Oh man, that was like his thing. I don't know. I think endearing is almost better.
Yeah, that is probably better.
Yes, charming and endearing.
You know what I mean? In term, like as a descriptive term, like I don't know. He's just like got that something about him, man. You just like it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. You just fall in love with him, man. He's just like he's just like he's super cool and super endearing, and it's like you empathize for him.
You want to be him.
You want
to
be him. Yeah, exactly. At the same time, like, what's interesting about Broderick is that he's like not in like the classic like you watch a movie like the big gruff dude, like guys like worship dudes like that, right? No. Exactly. Like I want to be that action guy. It's like he's totally not that guy.
No, he's not. No, but he played roles where he was like clever,
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that was what his strengths. That was the strengths that he played to, and
yeah.
It was a different kind of hero.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Freshman?
It wasn't that he was tough; he was clever.
Exactly. And like The Freshman is a really great movie, but one of my favorite movies of his that I just watched like a week and a half ago is Glory. About Civil War and the first Black Regiment, dude. Like,
and Biloxi Blues.
Yeah, totally. I mean, Glory was the movie that Denzel won like his Best Supporting Actor Academy Award or his first one or whatever. But Broderick is excellent in that movie, and that's all based on the real letters of Robert Gould Shaw.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
It's really really excellent, man. It's an Ed Zwick movie. Ed Zwick did like. Blood Diamond and films like that. He's consistently excellent.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, that's a really really good one.
It's a Broderick
Godzilla,
Desac.
So
he's
much.
great. I mean, I know I said it a minute ago. Biloxi Blues, I have such a soft spot for. It's a great movie.
Yeah, that is a good movie, dude, and also underrated because he plays the straight guy in Cable Guy.
Oh yeah,
it's so overpowered by Jim Carrey that movie, but like he's really great in that movie. What did you say, Ben? Walken?
I forgot Walken was in Biloxi Blues.
Biloxi Blues.
Walken,
whoa. It's like the drill sergeant.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was... And that's the other thing that's really cool about Matthew Broderick is that he's done all these great film roles, and that's what a lot of people know him for. But what a lot of people may or may not know is that he is an incredibly accomplished stage actor as well. He's won Tony Awards, and he was in... Brighton Beach Memoirs, which is actually the movie that comes before Biloxi Blues. It's the two-part story, and sadly, like in terms of the movies, like he did one of the movies, and then he did the play of the other one, and then Jonathan Silverman ended up doing the movie that he didn't sign up for. So I know it was kind of a bummer.
Is the other one before or after Biloxi Blues?
I think Brighton Beach Memoirs is first, and then it's Biloxi Blues after that.
From a story continuity point of view there. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I didn't even know there was that. That's cool.
But Andy's married to Sarika Jessica.
Sarika Jessica.
Yeah, she was really awesome and Real Genius.
Oh shit. You know what I loved him in? His first
as
role
Mitch,
was
yeah.
Did you ever see Max Dugan Returns? That was his first movie.
No.
Yeah, it's really good. It's funny. It's got Jason Robards in it.
Not familiar with that one.
Yeah, it's funny.
Is John Wood? I didn't recognize John Wood in much, but he strikes me as someone who's been in a bunch of stuff.
Who?
Falcon. He was an interesting dude.
Yeah. Is the subject change here?
I don't know. You kind of like did a really
that was
sharp
the worst
90-degree
segue
turn.
ever. Is there a segue?
Yeah, that pretty much was. In fact, you just lost the nickname Segway, dude.
Sorry. There you go. I was just
That's all I'm saying
just
about
asking about another actor in the movie.
Well, that's not allowed.
Okay.
Oh, he was in Lady Hawk too.
I'm not the
Yes, Lady Hawk. Another movie we need to do.
If this is like the scene, this is like the thing where there's a living room and there's a remote control and we're all fighting over it, and Kev's like, no, man, I'm the only one that gets the remote control when IMDb's on. It's my house, my remote control, my IMDb.
It's kind of true.
All right, dude.
I'm only jumping on the train with Kev here because you're usually a little better about segueing into the next.
Okay.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Yeah.
And not your best work.
No. Okay. I'll take a death for that. That's fine.
So before we move on from Broderick here, I have maybe this doesn't belong here, but I'm just going to throw it in here anyways. I have
You'll get told if it doesn't belong, man. Don't worry.
I have a great idea. I know. That's fine. And you know what? I don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
I have a great idea for a sequel to Ferris Bueller.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear this.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Okay. So Ferris
It's 30
Bueller,
years later.
Matthew Broderick plays reprises his role as Ferris Bueller. Okay. But, because he's sort of a freeloading, school skipping goofball, free-spirited kid. Mm-hmm. He never goes to college, and he goes, but he kind of blows it and he doesn't study. And like, lo and behold, he ends up being the principal at the same fucking school.
Oh, hell yeah.
And Ed Rooney's daughter is like his nemesis.
I like it.
Whoa.
I like it. A role reversal.
Right. Yeah.
I like it.
I'm totally into it.
Yeah.
I like it. Little quasi switcheroo.
And he's like still friends with Cameron, and like Cameron's like just doing fucking great. He's got like a supermodel wife and like a collection of like supercars and shit, like
he's got a supermodel wife, but he's a successful therapist.
Yes. There you go. Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
We definitely got to get some Jeffrey Jones back in there.
Yeah,
I think you can totally do
Charlie
that.
Sheen back in there, like
but
Jennifer Grey,
you can get like Jeffrey Jones back in there, and like Bueller's got to kind of do a camaraderie kind of thing with Jeffrey Jones now. Jeffrey Jones is like, my daughter's unruly, I can't control her, and he's like, I know, man. And they're like, they kind of team up a bit.
Bueller's the principal, but like Jones is like the superintendent of like, the entire school
He's
system.
His boss.
Or whatever.
That'd be so great.
Oh, that's even better, man. That's even better. So then you have like a double dynamic of like he's always like after Rooney's daughter, but like Rooney's secretly teaming up with the daughter to thwart him.
Right,
exactly. Yeah, totally.
Like, there could be some really good interplay there, man.
Exactly.
I kind of want Jennifer Grey and Cam to be a thing. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm thinking about that,
dude. That's really good.
I like the pause. I was expecting both of you to be like, "No, you fucking suck. You're no longer on this show."
In the annals of movies, like that's a really heavy comment, dude. So
I know, but I think
I had to ponder that for more than a millisecond. Cam and Jeannie. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Oh, dude, Eddie McClurk's got to reprise her role too.
Oh, dude.
Edie McGordon definitely needs to reprise her role.
No doubt.
And Richard Edson.
Dude, Edie McClurk freaking steals that movie almost.
Yeah, she really does.
The whole the dickheads, the dweebies.
So great. So good. So fucking good. Amazing.
You're onto something there, man.
You seriously are, Benny.
I've been thinking about this for a while. So that's my. If you're listening, that's my pitch.
I like it, man, and I like that. I like the whole idea that, or where we got to with the idea of Rooney being the superintendent or the Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo Chalmers, yeah.
Right? So Rooney's Super Nintendo Chalmers, and then Bueller's the principal, and then Rooney is Junior is the sort of the nemesis.
Yeah, I'm totally with it.
And there's some sort of like secret team up going or something like that.
Well, Broderick gets all like bent out of shape about it, and Cam's just like, "Bro, you need to calm down. You're making shit up." And they give him a hard time about it.
I think I like the idea that Rooney's in on it, you know, because then there's a lot more potential for like purposeful gaslighting, you know.
Totally.
Yep.
Agreed.
A plan that's I kind of like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I kind of like the idea that like maybe there's a plan that's been unfolding for years and sort of you know,
right?
Yeah.
Or at the very least, that the two of them could team up against Bueller and kind of out Bueller him or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is a solid idea, dude. Like, this actually doesn't suck.
I'm on board.
Like, this is good.
Thank you.
Not only does it not suck, it's
like
it's really good. Yeah, this is solid, man.
I mean, they made that Coming to America.
I don't know if it's quite
fucking dancing movie with Jennifer Grey in it, which is ridiculous.
Dude, Ben and I came up with an idea for a musical years ago that was definitely would be better than Dirty Dancing. And it was called Grocery the Musical, man. Because we...
Okay.
We both spent many years working in grocery stores. So we combined our vast knowledge and we started crafting the outline for a story.
Well, let's hear it. Yes. Can we talk about it a bit?
Sure. I don't. My memory is a little foggy on it. I know there are notes somewhere that exist about it. Yes, I know that I probably still have them somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the idea was to sort of stick with the tropes of like the kinds of shenanigans. There's a romance.
And there's like,
you know, it was the, you know, like, I mean, it was very basic outlines of like, you know, we were kind of talking about grocery store tropes and like, you know, sticking stickers in the wrong shit and like, you know, like stuff you do like when you work in like a grocery store just for, you know, jollies as it were. And, you know, kind of using all that stuff as the basis of humor and then, you know, basing it around sort of like a romance between like the stock clerk and the deli girl and, you know,
or like, the main character was a stock boy. And it's like, there's definitely like it's like a, you know, a hero's journey kind of movie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like the underdog kind of becomes the hero and he wins. Like I don't know if we ever landed
Employee of the month or something.
What's that?
He wins Employee of the Month. Like, what does he win?
No, he wins the girl.
Okay,
gets a girl.
Like, that's like part of the whole thing is that he wins the girl. Like either whether she works in the deli,
dude,
or
she gotta work in the deli.
cashier.
I totally like the hairnet thing, and that'd be amazing.
I think it would be even better if she did work in the deli. Thinking about it right now, because you know, she's like,
that was my experience. Well, I mean, I didn't get the girl, but like there was definitely
wait a minute,
there was definitely the girl that worked in like the deli section, and you know, she was like a baker, and she worked in the deli, and she'd like make me like scrambled eggs in the morning and shit, like you know, like. But she had kind of like a shitty boyfriend or whatever, you know, like
I'm in love.
Yeah, Ben was like in love with her.
Oh wow,
she was, I wasn't in love with her, but she was adorable, and I definitely appreciated her. So like the idea that you know, it was definitely the deli girl.
I love that.
I like it.
That's so endearing.
Yeah, it really is. So that's sort of the rough outline, and then of course, you know, I was all about like, you know, it being a musical just would make it even more completely outlandish, dude. Especially if like the musical numbers were like solid, you know, the singing was good and the content of like the songs was really
man.
A, grocery related, B, like good and, you know, capably sung.
And you got like a little West Side Story vibe, you know, there's like a rival group comes in and causes trouble
rivals,
in the space kind
of thing. There's totally fucking rivals because there were rivals.
Definitely,
you know?
Dude.
I definitely remember like I was like you know, I got promoted and like one of the produce guys was like pissed off because I like beat him out for it and like he's always trying to like undercut me or like fuck me up, you know, like in some way in this like he was like waiting by the time clock for me to show up, you know.
Dude, there you go, man.
I love it.
There's like a Gino Felino style guy that works in the meat department, and he's always trying to like, slap the hero with like a salami or something, man.
Totally.
Yeah.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love how I love how thought out this all is.
This is what you asked, man.
No, I know.
Yeah, you did ask.
I'm happy that we went there.
Yeah, this is some seriously vintage stuff here for Higro and myself, and
I like it.
we definitely banged heads on this for a while there.
We did.
One of those years.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Falling in love with a deli girl. That's like, who wouldn't want to see that?
Totally.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah, really good
Anyways.
stuff. Crappy
And then,
ties.
you had around the same time, shit like Chad Vader, grocery store manager, started coming out, and kind of made me feel like we were going in the right direction.
Yeah,
No doubt.
The silly thing in a grocery store.
It sounds like a Broderick movie from back in the day.
Yeah. I mean,
there you go. That could be.
I mean, a young Broderick would be right in there.
Yeah.
Like he would be earnest and lovable,
Kind of John Hughes-esque.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it.
I think we had a couple song ideas already too, right?
Yeah, I know those.
Can you sing one?
I do, and I don't remember them, but I know those shits.
No, we never got down to brass tacks for really writing them, but we definitely have some working titles and some sort of basic ideas of
Absolutely.
I love the idea of you guys I don't know, eating a fucking weed brownie and sitting down for 3 hours on the couch talking about this shit in the fucking
not very far
early
off of how it actually happened.
Yeah, more beers and talking about the shit where we're making pizzas or something. But yeah, definitely,
I love it.
Yeah, similar to how we came up with the whole animated show that has Seagal and Christopher Lambert and Boo Berry all living together.
That was 100% marijuana right there.
No, okay, more like 1,000%, but still. And it's that Boo Berry and Stephen Lambert. Christopher Lambert. Jesus, wow, that is a death right there. Hold on.
Blueberry and Stephen Lambert. It's like the weird alternate universe
but you
show.
see, our character is called Blueberry. Your guy is Booberry. Ours is Blueberry Ghost.
Oh my goodness! So Blueberry and Stephen Lambert, love that, dude.
Yeah, that was 100% wake and bake. I remember you were wearing your a bathrobe.
Nice.
And I was still in my PJs.
I don't know if the fans are ready for this, Ben.
No. You were at my place. I was living there with Jess at the time. We'd had a pizza and drinking, watching a movie night, and you stayed over, and we got up in the morning and made coffee, and we got stoned.
Yes.
And just started going off about
yes. Yeah,
I totally imagine you with a bubble pipe and a kind of ratty bathrobe and Kev.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would do.
I remember there was a robe involved because you were going on about the tartan donut recipe or whatever, and
holy shit, dude.
Yeah, right.
The tartan donut recipe. What is this?
Your
There's so
memory
much
is
lore being dropped
right
right now.
Yeah, there is.
What is the tartan donut recipe?
I actually completely forgot about that. That was one of the sort of the Lambert things that we came up with. Was when we
Belgian tartan donut recipe from the Highlands.
That was the
tartan donut.
I didn't realize
recipe
it was
from
a
the
tartan
Highlands of
donut. That
Belgium.
changes everything.
Well, that's sort of what makes it mystical, man. It's how do you make a tartan donut? Exactly.
How do you make a tartan donut, right?
Who could do it? Only a Highlander.
And so is it
Highlander.
is the donut tartan, or is it a cream filled donut with tartan on top, like a tartan frosting?
No, the donut is tartan.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Like a rainbow cake, but tartan.
It's just tartan. There's not even any dye. It's just like the patterns in there. It just
is tartan.
It's like magically
on a molecular level.
Yeah, on a molecular level, exactly. Okay. It's not like it's made out of flannel or anything like that.
No. It's an edible donut, but it's tartan. There's no food dyes or like manipulation involved. It's just.
Is it kind of weird that I'm imagining a filled donut from Scotland being kind of haggisy? Is that a weird thing? That probably is a weird thing.
That is weird.
It's not, but it's not from Scotland. It's from Belgium.
Andre Haggis.
That's right.
Well, that's fair.
Because
it's from the Belgian Highlands.
Oh, exactly. Because in our corner of the universe, the whole thing was that his accent was so weird. I started the whole. I don't know if it was me. I think it was me. Started this whole Belgian thing, like that he was Belgian.
Yeah, hey
he's
man.
Not. He may actually be Belgian. I don't think.
I'm not sure to be actually fair. Yes, the Belgian Highlands.
Yes, the Belgian Highlands.
I'm picturing more of a custard tartan donut then. What are your guys' stances on filled donuts, by the way?
Oh, I don't know. I'm a big yeast donut fan. Like I was always
a yeast donut.
Oh boy.
So, like, what your Boston cream, your filled Boston cream, or like your typical glazed donut, as opposed to like an old fashioned, which is more like a cake donut.
Yeah, I like old fashioned.
Yeah, or like the chocolate glazed donuts were always made of cake, but the regular glazed donuts were yeast, like pretty much.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're more like a bready kind of a donut.
Gotcha.
Bready.
Yeah.
And
I'm pretty sure like most of your jelly donuts, etc., are usually the yeast donuts.
Yeah, right.
Correct.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Yeah.
Yeast donut.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. I'm a fan of both personally. I never eat them, by the way, but I like them both.
I never do either. Certainly not with my diet the way it is now. But I will say that I'm a big fan of yeast donuts. I do like filled donuts. I think my favorite is probably just a regular powdered jelly donut. Boston cream donuts are good, no doubt, but Bavarian cream, whichever you want to say, they're pretty intense on the sweet side and on the heavy side. So I don't know. I'm not. It's not that I'm not a fan of cake donuts. They're just third on my list. So
while I'm not much of a filled donut guy, I'm not really into filled donuts, but I get it.
Go ahead.
That's it. I get it. I get why people would be into it. I'm just not into it.
Now, since the longer I go, the more the more I veer away from like the filled donuts and any like sugary coatings. I kind of really just like plain old. I like old fashions. I really do.
Yeah, old fashions are fucking legit.
Yeah, I do. I really do. Like just like an old fashioned dunked in coffee is fucking the bomb. It's so good.
Old fashioned meaning like a plain cake donut.
A plain cake donut. But if you get them like fresh, if you get like a fresh, like straight out of the fucking oil, fucking old fashioned, it's like it's something special for sure. Yeah. And in regards to filled donuts, I'm gonna go with like there's like like a lemon cream filled sort of jelly donut sort of thing that you can find every now and again. And I like the Boston creams and stuff, but like there's like a kind of a lemon cream jelly donut sort of thing. That's,
lemon cream sounds like very
a little
50s.
Different. That's good. Yeah, it is. It totally is. Yeah.
I like the sugar red donuts, just like a plain sugar donut, like a Downy Flake style.
Right, so like an old fashioned.
Yeah, old fashioned with sugar is where it's at. Yeah, I'll state for the record that is one thing. When you guys ask what Australia doesn't have, it's like we don't have donuts.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, we just don't. So like in Perth, which is in Western Australia, there were Krispy Kreme donut shops in the East Coast, but there weren't any on the West Coast. And if you went to the airport ever, there were people that would bring like 50 donuts with them. So you just be bags of Krispy Kremes everywhere, dude.
What?
And if you went over to Sydney and didn't come back and bring Krispy Kremes for your family or your office, you were a fucking dickhead. It was a really funny, weird thing. And so,
well, wait, so go ahead. All right, this is an interesting mystery.
Clearly, we need to open like the new EBD donut shop.
Yeah, like a proper donut shop. So you can get donuts here that are not Krispy Kremes, but they are fucking disgusting. They have like hard chocolate on them, like break your fucking teeth chocolate on top, and like it's just the worst donuts on the face of the earth. And then a couple years ago, maybe.
I mean, donuts are not that hard to get right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, couple years ago, they opened a couple Krispy Kremes over here, and now like the only legit donut you can get is a Krispy Kreme, which is like it's a fine donut, but it's like a different thing. It's like a subgenre of donut.
Yeah, they're okay.
I don't know. People like rave about them out west, but like when I was in LA, I went a couple times and I ate those donuts, and I was like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, I mean they're all
right. Like they just weren't that great.
But like when I was out in Cali, when I was living in San Fran, man, holy shit, there was some good donuts. Like I'd go to work, I'd get off the bus, and fucking walk up to a donut shop, get a couple donuts and a paper, and fucking, it was the best. I love a good donut.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like a
man.
Like Dunkin' circa
Dunkin' makes some good donuts
anytime in the 80s, man, was the shit.
Yeah,
like that was when it was like really good. Like when Fred the donut guy was making the donuts in the commercials. That's when Dunkin' Donuts was like absolutely like at its best.
Yeah, totally.
I
mean, my boss has brought out a bunch of like sugar coated old fashioned Downy Flake donuts.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
And I hadn't had a donut in a long time, and they were like still like kind of warm,
dude,
like
when
fresh,
you catch those right, fuck me, they're the best thing ever.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's the fucking best donut I've had in ages. Like it was just so
I don't
good.
know, man. I don't see. This is where we differ. Like, I never got like people going nuts over the Downy Flake donuts. Like, I was always a bake shop. Yeah, I know, but I was the Nantucket Bake Shop. Like that place. Those were yeast donuts, and their donuts were just the bomb for yeast donuts. And when you would get those fresh, like same thing. If you're a yeast donut fan, I just never.
Yeah. I mean, I'm remarking more from like a not having had a donut in a long time kind of a thing, and just the fact that they were like good, fresh, straight out of the fryer fucking cake donuts with sugar on them, and they were like a little like they're warm and they were like crispy on the outside,
like
and a little, and super. Soft and like chewy on the inside, and just a little bit greasy. Like, oh god damn it, man, there was
little bit greasy.
There was so.
Can we just pause our donut segue to quickly state that Fred the Baker from the Dunkin' Donuts commercials should probably also be considered for the Mustache Hall of Fame?
Ooh,
oh no!
Wow,
he's already in there.
Okay,
he's
cool.
already
Perfect.
in there.
Agreed.
He's already in there.
Yeah, that dude.
The
is
dude's
legit.
a legend.
Love that guy.
Totally legit. Yeah.
Sadly, he's just like on eternal loop. Like, time to make the donuts.
That's it.
Totally.
Yeah.
When you go to if you go to hell when you die, he's there.
That's it. But I think think he is especially worthy of the Hall of Fame because number one, he makes good donuts, and number two, he also finds time to groom his mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do both things? Like, I just don't know how any human would have that much time. But he does it. He gets it done.
It just comes with the trade. It just it's a perk.
He has a little shaving kit and a mirror next to the donut fryer later, so the couple minutes that he's got waiting for the batch. Oh no,
I was going to say, just like if you're making donuts for the poor souls of hell, then your mustache just stays perfect all the time.
It's okay. That's just right.
Yeah. You got to get up every morning, at 3 or 4 a.m. or whatever, and make the donuts. But the perk is
the stash is forever groomed.
Perfect. Yes, perfect mustache.
Chuffy. I love it.
Chuffy.
Perfect amount of girth.
Chuffy. It's like, can we come up with a kind of Chuffy the Vampire Slayer? Chuffy the, what would it be?
I don't even know, but I love it.
I don't know, but I love the idea.
Oh my god.
The joke is half formed, but you get it regardless, and there it is. Okay, well that's our donut cul-de-sac. Back to the movie.
Yeah, piggybacking on the steak and mustaches portion,
and
the grocery store, the musical, and Ferris Bueller too.
So there's a steak and mustaches segment, and now there's a cake and donut section.
Yeah, there you go.
I like it.
Cake donuts or yeast donuts?
Cake or yeast
what
donuts.
What do you think,
section.
audience?
Love it. I'm so happy that I have pictures of Fred the Baker up on my Google search results right now.
Fred the Baker, really?
It's just sprinkling greatness into my Google algorithm.
You know what? I just ejected on Fred the Baker quickly, and interesting and very cool thing was that when they retired those commercials, they had like an what?
Ooh, that's a brave mustache there, Fred.
Yeah, they had like an official retirement for him that included a parade in Boston.
Dude,
and
fuck
a
yeah.
free donut day on the same day in which they served like some crazy like 22 million donuts for free.
It's amazing.
Dude.
Yeah, it is.
That's the beauty of Donkey, man. It's such a that's such a New England like staple.
Yeah,
wow,
sadly.
There was a period where Fred was nearly rocking a Hitmo. So like right, it's a little too wide, but fuck, it was close.
Wow.
But those other ones just got a very normal mustache.
It's got the real serious triangle stash going on. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pyramid. Building your pyramid.
The old classic.
The limestone blocks
pyramid
so
stash.
Large. From the mountaintop. You need
we are still
garage.
Somewhat on the subject of stashes. I was rocking a short beard, and then I just carved it into a Gomez.
Yes!
Nice. Inspired by our conversation about that a few weeks ago. And it is very hard to do. I also realized that the particular brand of razor I have has a quote-unquote edging tool on the top.
On the back
that
or
does
whatever?
allow you to dial in such precise sculpting. So I
am visualizing like the scene where you got to cut one of the two wires to defuse the bomb. That's what that's kind of how I envision the sculpting of the Gomez. It could go wrong at any moment.
Exactly. That is exactly what it's like. Because I already had. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're going to get a Gomez, or you're going to get I need to start over again.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, I did. I had two small blowouts that were almost fatal on both occasions.
It's like Schrodinger's mustache, dude.
It is, man. It's like it is. And I mean, it kind of goes back to your theory of infinite chuff from a few episodes back, which was excellent. But I think that the chuff is solid on my stash. I definitely trimmed it down. I was like, I need to trim this down and let it grow back out. I also thought that a shorter Gomez would be a better Gomez.
What's a shorter Gomez? Like further in?
In terms of like the length of the actual hairs.
Oh, not the width of the stash.
No. Not talking about dimensions, just actual.
Right.
Yeah. So I
can
currently shaved it. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say you can have like a 5 a.m. shadow sort of mustache thing going on where it's dark, but the hairs are really short. But then when you really grow the mustache, you have to like start trimming them along the lip because like they're actually all long, and that's when the chuff starts happening, right? That's when like the
agreed.
Yeah, that's so yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting. I'm going to do a video diary series about having a Gomez. So folks, stay tuned for that.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
The various trials and tribulations of having a Gomez. So I'm going to do a little bit of experimentation, and it's just going to be some real world living, folks. Day in the life of a stash.
My stash is finally still fully. It's finally realized again after the mishap.
Oh yeah,
several episodes again. Nice. It is coexisting with kind of a Quigley flavor saver sort of situation going on.
Whoa,
yep.
Nice.
But it's there, and it's magnificent, and I'm very happy.
Picturing you shooting people from a sewer trench. Yep, totally.
Yes, with my whatever the hell the name of that rifle was. Anyway,
Fancy pants rifle.
Jesus,
we should all take a death for that
rifle. We should. I interestingly enough, I was catching up on old episodes today, and as I was coming home, I was in the middle of the Quigley episode that we did.
Nice.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Little
Very
Twilight
good.
Zone moment going on here, folks. Will we ever finish Wargames? I don't know.
I had fun with that one. Yes, we will. We will right fucking now.
Right now.
So wait, the All Death was the name of Quigley's rifle, correct?
The inability to get that name is the death.
The All Death. Yes. Much like Dr. Allcome. That's
That was funny.
Well, shall we?
I don't know. What? Shall we what?
Talk about this fucking movie?
Oh,
and that's about enough for today, folks. So smash that like button, go to Instagram and send us DMs like the rest of them, and don't give us any money or tell us anything or give us any useful feedback. Thank you.
It's so salty.
That was great and full of salt.
Dude, back on track, I have to say that I love the chemistry between Broderick and Sheedy in this movie, dude. They're like such a great pair up.
Excellent, man. Very excellent.
Undoubtedly, yeah. Yeah.
It definitely carries a lot of weight. It's just like puppy love, kind of. It's like the puppy love, and then, you know, they have to save the world. It's just the most tropey shit ever, and I'm so on that motorcycle.
Yeah. It's Broderick is kind of oblivious, like, to how into him she is. Like,
oh, dude, yeah, like, come ride on my fucking scooter. It's like she likes you, dude.
Yeah, fucking ride on my scooter. She like literally like, it was brought to my attention, but she literally grabs him with her legs at one point and like pulls him into her, and he's just like, huh.
Yeah. Let me just check on my computer over here.
Well, not only that, but she's like, she's so gorgeous, man. And he's just like, duh, typical guy. He's like, duh. I don't notice anything. Right?
Right. It's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, don't you want to check out Global Thermonuclear War? I mean,
it's a game.
And he's like, oh, we're blowing up stuff with missiles. She's like, oh my God, it's so cool. Let's have another tab.
I love that too, because it's like, you know, any 16-year-old girl is going to be like, why are we playing this stupid fucking game, you know? Well, if she like runs over to his house, she's like sweating in like a running outfit and like, hey, I just thought I'd stop by. It's like, oh, did you?
Mm. Yeah, she's like the jock.
Yeah. So funny, dude.
Yeah, he's like the nerd. It's great.
Yeah, he's like in wherever the fuck he is, and she's like, I just figured I'd fly on an airplane and come see you. He's like, what are you doing? It's like, bro,
what the
take
fuck?
a fucking hint, man.
Yeah, resisting every inch of the way.
That's it.
And yes, they're like fucking chugging tabs through that.
Oh, hell yeah!
Like they're just like,
love the tab.
slamming them back.
It's kind of like the equivalent of getting all like hepped up on like Monster Energy or Red Bull in today's parlance, but they are cranked on tab, dude.
All hopped up on the goofballs. They are. Yeah,
I can't remember it's like episode fucking 3. But we went off on tab because you found like an empty can of tab on the road or some shit, Kev. I have such a such a fond memory of tab. It's such a perfect old school EBD lore. Oh yeah,
tab, frozen in the carbonite of EBD lore forever.
I would love. Wow. How fucking amazing would that be to get like a little kind of desk, you know, like those little needle things that you can make your shape of your hand like sized, like the size of like a VHS tape carbonite thing with a tab can in it. It'd be like a little mini replica. I would totally fucking rock
Wait,
one of
are we
those.
talking like just a tab can frozen in carbonite?
But it's like a legit, you know, it's the size of like a nice thick fat paperback book. And it's like a perfect replica of the carbonite thing with the little like computer thing on the side and everything, but it's just a can of tab instead of solo. I think that'd be amazing.
Oh my God, I love that. I want to have that hanging on my wall.
It'd be so good. Well, like a giant one, like a 6 foot tall one.
Absolutely, man.
Love it. 50-gallon drum modified into a giant
6 foot slab of carbonite with a small normal sized tab of can.
Oh no, I was thinking it would be like a 50-gallon drum tab, but yeah, just like one little can.
Either way you cut that, it works.
Okay, I'm with you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm picturing more like just all the different weird shit that fell out of show war stuck in carpet. So it's like a can of tab, a chunky, like some camel cash, like there's all these different things. Like instead of Han Solo being in there, it's just all these different things like floating in the murky carbonite soup, as it were. Yeah,
that's it.
Dang right.
Yeah,
totally down. There has to be a pot of stew from Raised by Wolves.
Yes, of course. But of course.
Pot of Stew. Dude, you make that... That sounds like an album by a band when you say it like
Pot of Stew by Raised by Wolves. Their debut album, Pot of Stew.
The new album from Raised by Wolves, Pot of Stew. Right? Right?
I tried to get us back on track with the chemistry between these two.
You have failed.
Yep.
Finish him.
Then they save the world, the end. Yeah, you got it.
Wow.
All right, I'll throw something else in here. I like the sort of excitement and delight that was going on between Falcon and Broderick, like at the end when they're like, you know, they figure out like let's get Joshua to play tic-tac-toe, right? You know, and then like they're like just that like energy that they have going on.
Yeah, they're like winking at each other
with
kind of.
Yeah, whether we're finishing each other's sentences, sort of, and like, you know, just
it's kind of sort of like sexy moment between Falcon and Lightman. Yeah,
well, they were doing a workout routine in the front of the big rig
happening. Yeah, there's like this like hacker juice going on there.
Yeah, totally finishing each other's sentences, dude. It's like
yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like what really
kind of like Bodie and Johnny Utah.
Yes, yes.
I love it. They definitely have the like we're the smartest dudes in the room and we're surrounded by a bunch of nincompoops kind of thing going on there.
Even McKittrick was like feeling like, you know, sort of tail between his legs when those two were like,
it's like, hell, they're right. Yeah. Like nobody gets in their way. They just let them, like, you know, there's like they're in this top. They're in NORAD for fuck's sake. There's like, you know, nuclear strikes coming in, and this is like they're just letting these like, you know, this kid and this like computer nerd like fucking do jazz together.
But there's that one dude, the one like kind of extra guy who they do the tic-tac-toe thing, and then the guy's like, all right, that's enough, and puts his hand on Broderick's shoulder. They're like, no, let him do it again. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Folks, Tiny Tim is back on the show.
Hey, whatever, you know.
I love
it. Very popular.
Ooh, the toesies.
Oh, my God. All right, all right, so what else? What else about this movie?
I think we're officially bits and bobs.
I think
now.
we have to.
All right, let's do that. So here's what I'll start with. When they're racing towards the mountain, like after they leave Falcon Island.
Very Remo Williams.
It is very Remo Williams. Like we get the Jeep with the light rack on it, right? And like the guy smashes through the gate and he just like keeps going, man. That whole chain link fence gate is like on the front of the Jeep until he crashes.
It totally and then like it's
like an open top roll cage,
it, bro.
Yeah, open top roll cage Jeep, and everybody's just like, you know, brushing off their like shoulders, like, okay, let's go,
dude. No seat belts, fucking. They would have eaten steering wheel and windshield there.
Yeah, definitely. And then couple that with John Wood running was pretty humorous.
And that door that give you a little panic attack. Yeah. You know, the guys that like swoop in and out at the very last minute.
Yeah, that was my other bit, was just the damn door at the end and the beginning. Like in the very beginning, like when those like the opening scene when those two
this one dude pops through at the end. It's like, bro, you almost died, man.
Dude, you know, I was so fascinated by the scene with the door at the beginning because like it's closing. The thing is literally like 4 feet thick, and there's just like the two DOJ guys go walking through, and then there's just like all these random people just shuffling in and out of there. Like, oh, hey, the door's about to close. I better squeak in there. It's like, yeah, dude, you're not going to get out for like 20 hours. Like, you know, they're not going to open that shit up again for like a long time.
Yeah, dog.
Like, I don't know. I got so like fixated on that.
You wanted to see the
as
schedule?
I tend to do.
There's definitely, you know, like there's a lot of like tension ratcheting shit going on, like in the sort of like home stretch of the movie, and it's like they show like they show the door like closing, you know, like while they're like running towards it, and it's like almost shut, and it's like they get to the door and it's like it's open again. Like they all get in and then it shuts. Like, you know, it's like they show the door ahead of time before anybody actually goes through it, and it's like it's closing. Oh my god, it's almost getting close, you know, and then when it shows them actually going through it, it's like it's open. Let's get like much more open again, rather than it was in the initial
Indiana
shot.
Jones out. And then that one girl's like, they're clear. Like security would let a bunch of randos just run in during an like Armageddon scenario.
Right. Yeah. It's like they do all this, like, you know, replaying the same footage over again, sort of like, and, you know, with a bunch of ADR and shit to like ramp the tension up.
Very tropey. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It ratchets the tension, but I'm on board with the 80s trope. I don't hate it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just, you know, when you've seen it, you can identify what's going on. Yeah.
I kind of liked how all of the suits and the military dudes all thought David was like with the Russians and shit, you know? He's like, I just wanted to play a game. And they're like, what's this ticket to Paris all about? You know, like, it's super funny how they overdo it.
Yeah.
Why should I believe you? He's like, bro, I was just trying to impress a girl. Don't worry about it.
100%. Really, yeah. I dug that. Just the Whopper, dude. The whole thing. Like, oh my
Whopper,
God.
man.
Whopper.
Judge Whopper.
It's such a sexy machine. Judge
They did,
Whopper.
It is. And here's the thing. And here's part of the reason why. Because they had, like, I don't know if you could classify it as sound effects or musical sound effects, but they had sound effects playing every time that thing was on, and it gave it, like, this presence and personality.
Yeah. It was like
Like
this
beyond
giant metal purring cat. It was like,
yeah.
like the entire time it's running.
Exactly, man. And the thing that's interesting about the Whopper is that, like, the Whopper is Joshua, right? And Joshua is the Whopper, and you know, but you kind of think of them separately, like when
Do palindromes mean the same thing backwards and forwards?
Okay, look. So we know that palindromes are the same forward and backward.
The Whopper is Joshua, and Joshua
is the Whopper. Okay, but seriously though, like, to finish what I was going to say, which makes what I said before sound way less stupid, is that you don't. I mean, I don't know how your guys' perception of it was, but when I watched the movie, like, to me, like, the Whopper is like the Whopper in the room, but, like, I don't, like, kind of connect the two together, you know, even though they're the same thing. Because, like, Joshua's always speaking to Lightman through these various different terminals, like the one in McKittrich's office, one at his house, etc., and so forth. So that's really kind of what I meant by that. You know what I mean?
Wait, so I'm not taking the piss. So you had a hard time kind of, like, connecting that it wasn't just, like, the machine in the room was the same as the, like, multiple terminal kind of speakers and stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no. Yeah, what I mean is that, like, you know, the Whopper is Joshua. Joshua is the Whopper. But I don't always connect, like, the slab with all the lights in the room with, you know, Joshua, because he's always, like, talking to Lightman.
Different terminals. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, I was a little confused, and I was like, is Falcon's kid, like, in the like, totally. Slab? Like, is there, like, a kid in there? Like hooked up to wire, like a little cyborg kid, like, hooked to wire. Like, I was definitely, you know.
That would be sick. Dude, if we did a remake of this, I would totally make that the thing in the
Goes
movie.
To the shell
like,
stuff.
at the end.
Yeah,
like, for real. Like, the kid just, like, comes out of the box at the end. He's all, like, hooked up Matrix style to the computer.
Yeah.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And like Falcon freaks out because his kid was alive the whole time, and now he's a cyborg.
Yeah, and he becomes a priest cyborg. This sounds like a lot like a movie we watched recently.
And Matthew Broderick's like, Doug, I'd like you to meet 4. Because he's totally like that at this point.
Well done.
Yo, thank you. Anyway, big fan of the Whopper. Important to talk about this because, you know, I don't know what it was. Just that sound, that sound effect, that music effect just really brought that to life. And I don't recall any other, excuse me, film situation where like essentially an inanimate object has been brought to life. Certainly not like basically a dark gray square metal box with lights on it.
Dude, just
is brought to life the way the Whopper has. Benny, are you feeling me or what?
It's such a great prop. It's got all the blinking lights. It's got that like purring, vibrating sound effect that goes along with it.
Yeah.
It's got all the blinking lights, but it also has like this one weird little display that like sort of keeps like it's got two squares sort of at the top, and then it has like something that looks like an EQ curve that like looks like a mouth, and it keeps sort of changing position and shit. Yeah, like it's just it's great design.
Totally.
Yeah.
Only other thing I could think of that's in a similar vein but different is HAL 9000.
Yeah. And I think at the time I hadn't seen 2001 yet, you know. So like this is like my first encounter with like an artificial intelligence essentially, and like an iconic computer design. So.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I remember you talking about the Lego set and thinking it was funny and having a vague memory of the Whopper, but it's a really epic piece of movie prop. There's a lot of like, it's kind of has like an Art Deco-y kind of feel to it, you know, like it's like a box, like a vertical box. I don't know. It's super cool, man. I definitely almost spent 3 hours in my kid's Lego kit trying to find enough black pieces to make one and take a picture of it for you, but I didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna start working on that shit pretty soon.
It'd be pretty sick. You can make a pretty sick one. And it actually would be a really cool kit. Like I actually, if you made one that was like, I don't know, the size of a fucking couple of hot dogs stacked on top of each other, I have no idea why I'm making that comparison. It would sell really well.
That's very weird.
I guarantee you, it would sell out like a motherfucker if they made one.
But it's got to be scaled to the figures.
Absolutely, man. It has to be scaled to the figures.
Oh, the figure. Yeah, that's fair.
It's got to be scaled. It's got to be scaled to a Lego figure. So like that's like, you know, because it's got to, you know, you got to have the Whopper, a bit of the surrounding room, you know, like a window off to like the control room, and you know, you got to have your man that's like always like pulling his hair out, freaking out, like somebody, you know, like yeah, exactly. He's got to be in there like with his hands up in the air, like
he was running a simulation, stop everything.
Exactly. Maybe some if it can be worked out, some LED lighting.
Hell yeah!
To make it like
that would be the icing on the cake. There, Higro.
Fuck. Maybe a little like a little you know, Raspberry Pi kind of Pico thing that does all the sound effects and shit as well. Yeah.
Yeah, purring. It would just purr if you got close.
Yeah. Exactly.
In the Bits and Bobs space, shout out to the two hacker dudes in the beginning. Really?
Oh man, that's Maury Chaykin, dude. Come on,
go straight through Falcon's maze. Yeah, that guy.
That guy that played Malvin was the nerdy dude on Riptide. Did you not watch Riptide?
I definitely know both of those dudes from stuff.
I knew him from a bunch of shit. Yeah,
but Benny, at the very least, Ben, you must have seen Riptide when you were a kid.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
those two guys with the weird helicopter with the giant mouth on the front. That was pretty sweet.
Yes, sweet.
It was kind of like the Airwolf meets
World War II fighter plane.
Yeah, it was like the helicopter, and then like one guy was kind of nerdy, and the other guy was like kind of hunky. I don't know, it was weird. Anyway.
Oh, he's Mandark.
And then you got us, right? And we're hunky nerdy. So it's
yeah, there you go, hunky nerdy, man. All right, what else?
The list of cool names for simulations of nuclear Armageddon was pretty cool.
Definitely.
Yes.
Also, the name of the company that allegedly made the games, Protovision. Oh, trope. Excuse me 1 sec.
Yeah. The inside computer and the like giant 8-inch floppy disk inside drives that he has in his room were like
massive floppy disk, man.
Yeah, candy. That's fucking amazing shit.
Even the like supercomputer room in the big lab was super cool to see. I love that old kind of dumb gigantic computer thing. It's just such a cool moment in computing time.
Yeah. I mean, apparently, like tape drives are still fairly in use because they're they're good for that type of thing. Like those
Really?
like big old, like the big old like reel-to-reel tape drives. Like they're still like one of the best things for like server farms and stuff like that to like store and recall data. Like it just works out.
Oh, shit. Super reliable, I guess.
As I understand it, anyways, that could be.
There's probably a niche use case for it. Yeah, almost for sure.
What are you talking about? You're talking about reel to reel or something?
Giant computers, like the giant computers in the labs and shit, the magnetic ones.
Yeah, like there's just like old school like server farms with like reel to reel tapes and all that shit. Like like apparently that's still kind of a thing.
Wow,
like it's still so much a thing that there's like new technology that is
like
kind of
iterated
on
on
past,
that.
like,
yeah, wow.
Yeah, in like the past like few years, like to like update the speed and capacity of tape drives.
Very cool.
To put a doubler in your brain to smuggle data.
That's right.
Room service, dog. What else?
Lose a chunk of your privileged childhood, but you'll be able to get your shirts laundered at the Imperial Hotel in
Tokyo.
Tokyo. Yeah.
Bob's Bits, Bob's Burgers.
Dude, we've been doing bits and bobs for like the last half
That's
hour.
what I mean. Any final Bob's Burgers?
Oh,
I think we touched on most of it.
Oh, the flying terrorist dactyl was pretty sick.
Yes,
that was pretty cool.
Yes, yeah. I think this movie is an honorary addition to the Jurassic series just because of that.
I'm down.
Yeah,
there you go. I gotta say, shout out to again, Mr. and Mrs. Lightman. They're so brief and funny. Like they're so funny. The whole corn thing, like I've never forgotten that, ever. In fact, every time I eat corn on the cob, I think of that.
Dude, how fucking genius is the buttering bread and then using that to apply the butter to your corn? That's
where everybody learned. That's where everybody learned that hack, man. That's the place.
Did not remember that, and it was like fucking. I immediately went on Reddit and life hacked that and got all the karma.
There you go.
It's raw, isn't it wonderful?
It's so fresh.
You can just taste the vitamins bursting.
The thing I forgot was that he wraps it. He puts a bow on it by saying, "Can we just take a pill for the vitamins and cook the corn?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I never remembered that before, and I was very amused by that.
Totally, that was a great scene. I'm glad you brought that up.
It's like Wayne Myers from Better Off Dead and Lightman's moms hung out and traded cooking tips.
Totally, man.
Yeah.
What else? I was just thinking back. Go ahead.
I was going to say, just to go back to the Lightmans, like the fact that she's like a Century 21 real estate agent, like is great.
Totally.
Yeah, with the gold jacket and shit, and just the fact that Mr. Lightman like wasn't quite dabbly enough, so they like stuck a pipe in his hand. And they're like, "Here, yeah, like."
Dude.
Like the sweater and the like all that stuff. Like it's like I don't know. We don't think like you're not quite dabbly enough. Like here, have a pipe.
I think
that's the greatest new word invention I've heard in a while.
Seriously, we need to make another like a side business / website called Dadly. It's just all about weird dad shit or something. I don't know. Right?
Yeah, man.
Yes. Copyright.
EBD
Poor man's copyright on Dadly.
Right.
I'm so on that. I'm like sitting here just thinking about it, not talking.
Just go find dadly.com right now and buy it.
There you go. Yeah. Dadly.
Secure that shit.
Y'all got any nugs?
Yeah, there's a couple that tickled my fancy. Happy to share.
Nice.
Yeah. This one I really liked. It was that the the producers, they could not go to the real NORAD, okay, for this movie, this always I was curious about, so I was really psyched to read this. They couldn't go to the real NORAD, so they had to envision what it was like. And apparently, excuse me, what they created, firstly, the set for NORAD was, at the time, the most expensive set ever built. It was $1 million to create that whole, like, war room thing, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently the actual NORAD command center is nothing like that. But the one made for the movies is sort of like the real NORAD's wet dream. I'm quoting the real NORAD's wet dream of what they wish it was like.
Yeah, right. It kind of got like NASA vibes. That whole
yeah,
set.
kind of, but I dug it, and I think I really enjoyed that nugget a lot. I thought that was super cool. I like
that's
cool.
Crazy.
Like,
it was the most expensive set ever.
I know. I didn't know that, man. Isn't that crazy?
Mm.
Yeah, I did watch a video that had that same nug, and then it actually showed like the real NORAD versus the movie NORAD.
Oh, cool.
And, yeah, it really was like there's like a black and white photo of like some like some guys in short sleeve dress shirts tucked in, sitting in front of like crappy radar screen machines and just blank walls and
Maybe that's it for you, Kev. It's like
nothing like it.
If you went to a like NORAD reunion, you'd fit right in with all the short sleeve button downs, and they'd welcome you into the fold.
I'm down. I am down, brother. Dig it.
What else you got?
I liked the. You gotta love this, man. So the studio had Galaxian and Galaga arcade machines delivered to Broderick's home. He practiced for 2 months for those teeny scenes, man.
That's pretty sweet.
I mean, like, that is sweet, dude. If Matthew Broderick himself does not still own those 2 machines, I will personally go to his house and slap him.
Yeah, I'll watch. That's fair enough.
You'll get your answer when we make First Bueller too.
There you go.
Biggity bam, dude.
Stage goes down.
Chadwick, what do you got?
I don't really have much in the nug department this week, but it would be I would be remiss to skip the Ronald Reagan kind of lore here, where evidently Reagan was shown or saw this and then was like, "Holy shit, can this happen?" And asked for there to be changes made on a governmental level to avoid this type of problem, which I think is kind of quirky, funny, scary, fascinating, and interesting all at the same time. Like fucking, a pre-Alzheimer's Reagan just being like, "Oh, it's crazy. Fucking do something about this." Like, okay, bud. No worries, Mr. President. That's my best Reagan, by the way.
Wow. I love that.
I watched this movie, Wargames, and Nancy and I were talking, and we figured maybe there might be some something you might be able to do about stopping these hacker kids from getting into our nuke
for teenagers today.
And also not a nugget, because we kind of mentioned it earlier, but just to bolster that comment from before, Barry Corbin did in fact ad-lib most of his lines, which makes him even more legendary, dude.
That means that he's solely responsible for the missing on a spark plug line.
Which I'm totally on board with retconning that being true.
Yeah, and the bomb the shit out of him, sticking the dipping into the chaw pouch.
He's definitely vibes with the Tex from fucking Robot Jocks. Remember that fucking dude? I totally kind of want those dudes to be in a movie together.
Wow.
Yeah.
They should. They'd be like a duo, like a goofy cop duo.
They'd take over the world. Love it. You got any other nugs?
Really good. Let's see here. I don't know if I got anything else that's worthy.
Oh, I saw that they as a result of this film, Congress passed laws about making hacking illegal, because it wasn't really illegal at the time, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, that is cool. Oh, I know what my last nugget was. I don't remember where I heard this or read this, but the whole idea of like the Whopper being an acronym, it was also like a play. Like they intentionally named it the Whopper because it was also a Burger King sandwich. And
nice.
You gotta love that, man.
You do.
Right?
Whopper is like one of the best product names ever.
I agree, man. Now they have all these, like, I was talking to the guy up at the mobile station near where I live, and he was like talking about how there's all these different Whoppers now, like the Angry Whopper and like the Dark Whopper. There's all these different like special edition Whoppers that are like crazy.
Really?
And I was like, wow, dude, you're blowing my mind. I was like, to my day, boy, there was only one Whopper.
There's no what's it called? Burger King over here.
Yeah, because Burger King was already taken.
Yeah,
by
some random dude already had it.
Yep.
So now it's Hungry Jack's. That's our Burger King.
Same shitty food, different name.
Different shitty name.
There you go.
But in more important news, we don't have any fucking donuts. Send me some donuts. Send me a donut care package.
Well, wait, don't you have friends that are flying to Sydney to get Krispy Kremes or something?
Yeah, but as discussed, Krispy Kremes aren't really legit,
Oh, they're not legit Krispies. Got it.
Well, they're just Krispy Kremes are their own thing. They're just not.
Yeah, it's not. I agree. They're not really good.
Not cool.
All right, deaths. Are we ready for deaths?
Yeah, man.
All right, so
ready, Freddy.
Well, Chad's definitely dead because there's no donuts in Western Australia.
Fucking
That's
A, bro.
A bloody shame, right?
Man.
I know.
We need to
yeah,
we need to airdrop some supplies.
We do. We talked about a care package a couple weeks ago that included a bunch of stuff, including jellied cranberry sauce in a can. We need to get on the stick, dude. And it's also some Jamaica Me Happy, because I just went to some damn liquor store looking for something for Kate the other day, and
they had it.
There it was right in front of my face, the bloody case of Seagrams, dude.
Did you get it?
Me Happy. No, I didn't get it.
Oh, is it just Jamaica Me Happy? You should get a mixed. You should get a mixed case.
No, it was the
Christmas.
It was the mixer pack.
Sorry, Brucemas. Oh my God, that's a death. I said Christmas. I'm sorry.
Oh snap! Wow.
You gotta get a case of mixed ones for Brucemas now, bro. You won't be able to get them around Brucemas time, I bet.
That's right.
Right, because everybody's gonna be going nuts for those.
Fucking A, they will.
It's a thing now. We started it. No, we didn't. No, we didn't even start it. We just adopted it.
Yeah, we just brought it back.
The Seagrams thing or the Brucemas thing?
The Brucemas thing.
Both.
Oh yeah, that we definitely adopted, but the other
we didn't start either Seagrams, Bruce or Brucemas, but we adopted.
We
both
have
of them.
Single-handedly
resurrected
brought Seagrams, back from
life. The brink.
Actually, that's not true at all. Those are actually really popular.
Jazz solo. Seagrams.
I told you when I went into Costco and they had the Super 24 mixer pack, and the girl in there in the liquor store was like, "Dude, we can't. Those things fly out of here." I was like,
"Really?
What?" Yes, that was last summer.
Who buys them?
I don't know, dude.
You need to scope that liquor store out. You need to just be like, I need to do demographic study on whoever buys these things.
I mean,
I just picture like my childhood friend's mom who was a cook at the Lobster Trap, like she buys them.
The cook at
the Lobster Trap.
Yeah, the head chef at the Lobster Trap buys them. That's the only person who buys them.
The Lobster Trap.
Lobster Trap.
Lobster Trap. Seagrams, golden wine coolers.
It's waiting in the dry.
Waiting in the dry. Yeah.
Mr. Seagram.
Mr.
Seagram. And now waiting is dry. I love those.
Ooh,
I just love them.
God damn it. That is juicy stuff.
Yeah, it is very juicy.
Juicy fruit.
Oh, wait, we didn't even do the deaths, dude.
Deaths.
Oh,
well, that's a death right there.
There's a death.
That we didn't do the deaths. Whoa.
The rambliest fucking show in months.
I know, right?
Hey, Santo, you gonna do the deaths, man?
I am. Hang on. All right, so Benny actually, in a rare showing, came out of the gate strong.
Dude, early deaths, yeah.
Solid deaths right in the beginning. So you had, straight off the bang, dude, you had the Matrix death, and then we all had the Offspring death. And then Chad had the Better Off Dead death, also known as the Dinner Mondu death. And then, again, Benny coming in strong with the John Edwards Psychic Network death, which was great. And then I ejected on various different topics. Chad ejected on confirmation of some other nonsense we were talking about. Then Chad had a bro death. Then I ejected on Fred the Baker. Then we all had a death on the not knowing the name of Quigley's rifle. And then Chad, Christmas Not Brucemas, and Benny forgot we didn't do the death. That's it. Solid week for deaths. I'm very, very happy.
It was pretty good.
If there was a death algorithm for this show, like this week would be up there. or something.
Did we have a communal poison pie burn chili death or?
Yeah, probably.
Oh shit! No, I didn't. I know I didn't craft anything as such.
You just got my Christmas Brucemas death too, right?
Yes, that was in there.
Okay, cool.
What do we call it? What did I call it? Pyburn's death chili?
Yes.
It's not actually poison. It's just so fucking spicy.
Or whatever, yeah.
That, yeah.
There you go. All right, so let's rate this baby.
I'll go first. The movie held up well. I don't have a billion, nostalgia points for this, but I definitely have a few 100,000 nostalgia points. So, like, I definitely dug it. Definitely have fond memories of it. I'll go first because I think you guys will both think I'm underrating it about algorithms and shit.
No.
I give it a 5.4. I can't decide whether I want it above or below Commando. I think it's above.
Definitely.
I buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, dude.
So it's above Commando.
Yeah.
Which I think is reasonable. And that's my story.
That is a good story. Okay, Benny, go ahead.
Tell me what to do.
Sorry.
Yeah, fucker.
Benny, don't go ahead.
Fine. I'll go. I don't know, man. This is like shit. It's a solid 9 if it's not a 10. There's a lot of nostalgia at play here for sure. I explained it earlier. This kind of was an inroad to getting me, through my anxiety about the Cold War.
Yeah, dude, for real.
It's got some like great 80s arcade nostalgia and sort of montagey goodness going on, and just
oh my god, dude, best montage music ever is in this fucking movie.
Great music, it's fucking great, man. I love this movie. 9, boom, done.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick to my new rating system. I'm gonna give it a 9.98, nearly perfect.
Wow.
This movie is so excellent, man. And here's the thing. This kind of ties into Chad's rating is that it's a really good point about nostalgia points because we talk about that a lot, right? And it's definitely a factor in a lot of these things. But quite honestly, man, I was not like when we decided to do this. I was like, okay, yeah, that's a good movie, like in my head. But I wasn't like, oh man, nostalgia this, nostalgia that, like. I did not have that feeling going into it. And it wasn't until I started watching it, I was just like, God damn it, this is good. Like, legit. Like, it wasn't, like, I've definitely seen it a lot, but it definitely doesn't have that same kind of nostalgia factor that a movie like Goonies would have, which came out very much around the same time. You know what I mean? So I feel that my 9.98 is legit in a legit way without nostalgia points, free of nostalgia points rather. And I just wanted to add that in because I thought it was important.
Totally.
But it's like the movie totally holds up, man. It's still totally quality and totally excellent.
Yeah.
And I totally sound like a totally 80s
Totally
idiot doing that. But yeah. Just love it.
Perfect timing.
Totally. That was
I love those stereo totally.
Yes. I'm going to have to craft some good extras for this episode.
Yes.
Anyway, that's it. So, Chad Lab, what are we doing next week, dude?
I propose that we do the Jamaican Me Happy Seagal movie next week.
Oh, instead of Stranger Things 4 again?
Yeah, well, because unless you're going to watch it, do you think you're going to be able to watch it?
How many episodes is it? 9? So
it's like
9.
Hang on, I'm going to look it up. I bet it's 13 hours.
Reasonably 15 hours of show.
Total runtime of Stranger Things 4, 13 hours.
Jesus Christ, man!
There's just no fucking chance, dude. Let's just do it now.
I'll never do it. Not with the current.
It's not going to happen. The last thing we need is like, I watched everything except for the last episode. That's 3 hours. It's we'll skip that.
I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that.
So start chipping away at it, and let's do it when Benny's back in a couple of weeks.
All right. So just to be clear, are we going to do Marked for Death or Under Siege? Because somebody brought up Under Siege.
I don't know. I want to do Under Siege, but like Marked for Death sounds terrible.
Oh, it is, dude. And it's got Keith David in it.
Nice.
Which makes it a paradox as well as terrible. Yeah, I think that sure would be fun. Hey?
Benny?
Hey. Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, let's do it.
Whatever, man. March for donuts.
Do it
next week.
There you go, folks.
We probably should have done our donut cul-de-sac during the Seagal episode.
Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda, dude. Too late now, bro.
Fair enough. Donuts don't wait for placement in episodes. They just come out when they desire.
They happen. Right?
Yes.
So there you have it, people of Earth. Thank you for joining us for arguably one of the best movies of the 80s, inside one of the weirdest episodes we've ever done.
Yep.
Certainly one of the most meandering. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Stay tuned next week as we tackle the early 90s turd with more voodoo that you can shake a stick at. At least I hope it's got voodoo in it. Otherwise, I'm going to get lashed severely by my two co-hosts. Marked for Donuts, starring Steven Seagal and Keith David. And yeah, that's it. You guys are great. So long for now.
See ya.
Night.
And that is going to wrap up this week's episode, folks. If you'd like to check out the show notes, you can do so in your podcast app of choice or at our website, ebd.fm/episode/171. If you'd like to support the show, as always, folks, you can do so on Patreon, patreon.com/EBD podcast. You can also tell your friends and neighbors to check out the show. It's a wonderful way to help us spread the show. And of course, as always, if you really want to knock it out of the park, you can review us somewhere. And don't forget to check us out on social. We use the handle @EBD podcast everywhere. So get out there and join us for the social revolution. Yeah, rah, rah. All right. Thanks for joining us for Wargames. See you next week for Mark for Donuts. Later. Tater.
Beady. Stop into it.
Call me now for your free reading.
Go!
goes down the wild when it takes you by surprise. I'll be there to watch you run, 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 run. Trust your mind, close your eyes, the fire's out to the memory of your home, where you go. I don't know, don't say nothing, it's unreal. A flaming hope, the hope that I feel. I take it down, I'm on hard and combined. Take it down now, beat it down now.
Believe it?